Hello and welcome to Body Count Fighting, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Joshua Gray, and we are live from LA, fresh off the Mortal Kombat 11 reveal. Now, what better way to celebrate Mortal Kombat 11 than with a series of pro exhibition matches? So, Body Count Fighting and NetherRealm Studios have joined forces to invite a handful of NetherRealm pros to compete in Mortal Kombat 11 for the very first time. Backstage, we have Hayate, Honeybee, Gur, Scar, Tweety, Dragon, Rewind, and of course, Sonic Fox. Mortal Kombat 11 is getting ready to showcase their skills featuring these players. They will take the stage to compete in a series of first to threes to establish bragging rights and set the tone for the upcoming Pro Series. Our commentators are standing by as the first match is about to begin. Gentlemen, let's get this exhibition started.
Hey, all right, my name is Ultra David. I'm one of the commentators.
I'm Steve Brownback from NetherRealm.
That's right, so from the home of NRS, Chicago.
That's right.
And today's home, my hometown of Los Angeles.
Super, super excited here. We have 8 of the best Injustice 2 and Mortal Kombat X players in the world competing in the first look at competitive Mortal Kombat 11.
So I was just talking very briefly with Scar about it. They have all had a chance to play at this point, but keep in mind, not for very long.
Oh, this is beyond, this is way earlier than Meta 1. This is like negative 99.
Yeah. Who can find sort of one thing in the last little bit of time that they've had to play?
Yeah, they've literally had about 45 minutes, so it's almost like you pick your favorite character and you just kind of go with it.
I kind of think that is what it is. So we're going to have Hayate versus Honeybee.
2 of the best Canadian players in the world, both top 8 finalists in Injustice and MKX, actually.
And 2 of just the best in the world in general. Also, Tweety versus Dragon.
Which I'm extremely excited. Those are, I mean, Tweety is one of the most hyped players, and Dragon, he took a break from an Injustice 2 just as Tweety kind of ascended to a top player, so this is a very fresh match.
Yeah, I'm interested in how it's going to go stylistically, too. Then you also have Scar versus Gur.
Which is, I mean, they had an amazing match in the Injustice 2 Pro Finals. It came down to the wire, and they are both, again, contrasting play styles for sure.
Yeah, heartbreaker for Gur. Sonic Fox and Rewind as well. It's also a rematch.
That's a rematch of them playing every night online, as well as every tournament that's ever happened.
That is true. Yeah. So we're going to get a look at, hopefully a smattering of different characters. It's just up to the players which ones they want to pick, so we'll find out.
Yeah, I was in the back area watching them play, and they were all playing different kind of characters. Rewind was talking about playing as Raiden, but who really knows when you get out there, and Sonic's probably used all 7 already.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine so. All right, well, let's go back up to the stage and see what's going on.
Thank you, gentlemen. All right, folks. Without further ado, let's introduce our first player from Montreal, Representative Panda Global, Hayate. It's a battle for Canada, my friends. So good to see you. How pumped are you for Mortal Kombat 11?
I'm really pumped to come here and try the game, experience what it's like to play it, and I'm having a great time, and that's what's up.
All right, man. Excited to see your gameplay. Go ahead and take a seat. Let's introduce your opponent, hailing from Toronto, Beast Coast, Honeybee. Welcome, my friend. What do you plan to bring to this game, being such a huge Mortal Kombat fan?
Well, in the last game, I was known for playing Добро a lot. Since she's not here right now, I'm going to use Baraka and chop, chop, chop to victory.
Chop, chop, chop it is. Go ahead and grab your seat. We're going to give you a sec to get ready on the button checks as they choose their character. These 2 professional players have been competing in the Mortal Kombat scene for quite some time. We're going to give them a second just to check out and log in and get ready for our first
Я все жду,
matchup.
хочется все посмотреть.
In the character selection screen right now, there is Baraka, who we saw earlier today,
Мне кажется, против них, даже если играть хорошо, они, наверное, на старте даже кавухошу делают.
All of the different options these pro players go through to make sure they lock in what they need to be their best. And it looks like they're both
Слишком
ready.
плохо о себе думаю. Надо думать о себе хорошо. Барак Скорпион. Там на Лондоне тоже неплохой матчево. Ну погнали, посмотрим. Значки остались, это приордер. Мне кажется, им дали тренироваться немного. Что не то там, наверное, сейчас все равно покажут.
So let's talk a little bit about how the game differs from
все.
MKX. What are some things to look for right off the bat?
One of the big things to look out for is the new meter system. There's now 2 stamina bars.
Сразу камбульку какой-то выписал.
Offense is what you use.
Барак пока это не можешь ничего это сделать.
Wake up attacks or wake up rolls or our new breakaway mechanic. And we have our first crushing blow. That's another one of the new mechanics. Okay. There are certain moves 5
Как он уже изучил.
they have different properties.
Возможно, камбули-то и похожие.
3 times in a row or countering a high attack or punishing a move, and you will get that X-ray effect, and they do
телепортом там что-то такое.
eye-popping damage, mind-blowing damage, and they also can have properties like they can pop you up or restand you. They are significantly better versions of those moves when you get the crushing blow effect.
So that meter, just to be clear, it just comes back on a timer.
Барака низким ударом пока что.
There's no longer meter building by doing moves or taking chip damage. It's on a timer. You can almost think of it like a cooldown.
1-1.
Okay.
Вниз 4. Бум-бум-бум. Ну да, Бараки не хватило, видимо. Так, кто у нас? П.О.Д.Д.Е.Р.Ж.К.А, Барака, да? Скорпион. К.А.Н.А.Л.А. Так, наверное, говорится. Чтобы тот видел. Подожди, он фаталку какой сейчас сделал? Прикиньте. Ага, вот из этого. Из трейлера, кстати. Фаталка вот. Цепочка. Найс.
Big old headphones on my ears right now, and each one of those little blood driplets I feel like was in my head.
Our audio department does an amazing job of making something gross like 10 times gross.
It was definitely gross.
Is so nasty.
Yeah. So, talk to me
Блин,
a little
вот
bit
не,
about
ну
movement.
Скорпион явно он
Seems like run is not there.
выиграет.
Completely gone. Instead, we really wanted to make
П.О.Д.Д.Е.Р.Ж.К.А это вот который кореец, видимо. П.О.Д.Д.Е.Р.Ж.К.А который с кольцом вылез бы там.
So they're mostly used to like maybe when you hit a sub-zero freeze to get there quickly, or if you want to take the risk because they have a lot of recovery. Walking is really the name of the game.
Скорпионом всех проще всегда играть. Любой Mortal Kombat возьми. Телепорт, цепочка. Кстати, вариации где у них? А, вот значки. Значки показываются, да? Как слэш, бутсмейн.
But the walking is really strong, so you can kind of walk in and out of that range easier.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like already from about this range they can play footsies, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, Baraka uses his blades with his back two, and
yeah, that back two overhead is huge. Half screen.
Right. And one of the things we want to do is
ну, Скорпиону и подловить этот бросок, и все, пожалуйста. Вверх, вниз, все это. Да, ничего не может предпринять он за Бараку. Пожалуйста, ножницы. Это был рентген. Кстати, это бары вообще не тратится. Заметьте. Это какая-то пока непонятная механика. От чего зависит тогда применение рентгена? Какие-то карточки. Подожди, ну ты вообще с Ноздровин более веселый. Он, видимо, был Скорпионом. Хотя нет. По эмоциям-то, если смотреть. Ребят, срочно анонсировали, помнишь, когда на 2 экранах появился значок черного неба.
you don't do special moves on the ground like you used to do. Now you either hit up 3 or
Да?
up 2, and you get access to brand new universal wake up moves that are like just for wake up attacks. So the up 3 will be an advancing move that kind of goes across the screen. They'll not knock you down. They'll just do a little bit of damage.
Не знаю, но я немножко начало тоже посмотрел. Но я не вглядывался. Ну, Комбат вообще в 9-м он был прям вообще очень сильный. Ну там самый имбовый был.
He didn't get a combo, but when he has got more than 45 minutes, he'll be sure to do a combo.
For sure, yeah. Again, this is all brand new to them.
Oh, yeah. And there you saw Scorpion's up 3 where he just kind of slit his throat and...
Там где линь-то свету жизни, когда ХП доходит, да, можно. Что такое? Что с трансляцией, короче? Нет, у них трансляция глючит. Уж с Твича все идет. Это проблем не у меня, сразу говорю. Да. Ну почините уже скорее, еб просто ты. Писос.
Oh, there he did get the punish. Nice, and now he's going to get a pop-up.
So did he get that because that was a punish?
Exactly. There's a lot of crushing blows where the requirement is to do a punish.
Ребят, другую не найдет трансляция, это идет с Твича все. Это у них там что-то. Вот здесь даже этот чат можно читать.
So one of the big things of the meta in the game is deciding when you want to do your crushing blow and actually taking advantage of it.
Блин, а.
Honeybee looks utterly overwhelmed.
Yeah, well, that's basically how it went. So to be clear, each crushing blow can only be done once a game, right?
Yes, correct. While the character may have 5, he could do 5 in all one match, but he can only do one particular one time.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, again, we're still.
Это даже на Mortal Kombat 1 не похоже. Там графика была лучше, Mortal Kombat 1. Ну, зашибись вообще. Наконец-то, блин, а. Да, конечно, Скорпион. Там видно было. Ну давай, темный Шрек, покажи. Я изо всех, кто знает, только... Вот Серго я помню видел, но вот поименно вот я Соник Фокс только запомнил. Все одного знаю. Что он чемпион. Это Скар? Скарлет. За Скарлет будет играть. Рентген по жизни, а не по барам. Ага. Решили поменять они так вот механику. Бар атаки, бар здоровья, бар защиты точнее.
Differences we see in the gameplay compared to Mortal Kombat X. We'll give them a couple more minutes here as they flip through the menu and set themselves up for success. Gur, you ready? Gur is ready. Scar, are you ready? Let's do it. Gentlemen, match number 2 about to begin.
This one's exciting for me.
Well, I'm really looking forward to Scarlet. I mean, she's back, but she's very different.
She might as well be a brand new character. I am all in on MK11.
Да нет, разобраться-то можно. Мне единственное не нравится расположение вот такого уголком. Почему их нельзя было просто внизу экрана также расположить? С одной стороны, если как С точки зрения периферийного зрения, то так восприниматься будет лучше, конечно. На центр ты смотришь, да, и ну так лучше видно. А когда если они будут обе внизу, немного не совсем. Плевок кровавый. Ага, зонинг пошел. Зонинг пошел. Но Герас там что-то из-под земли, он там мне какая-то это. Какая-то атака есть. Вот, то есть он тоже может это. Явно у него помедленнее, но антизонинг есть такой.
But these buttons right now out of Scarlet, the range is incredible.
Scarlet is the footsie's queen, the mid-range queen, in my opinion. She uses blood to
Я бы сказал, равно пока что играет. Пускай Герас чуть-чуть поменьше, но... Опа! О, блин, вот я опять не заметил. Фатальный, короче, все там показывается, не фатальный блоу. Там уже не стоит думать, останется здоровье, не останется, уже прям показывается. Все, зафиналить. Бум. Молот такой. Слушайте, нормально, он зонит не может, получается. У него молот какой-то на расстоянии бьет, смотрите, из-под земли там это горка выстреливает. Песчаная. Сейчас я хочу здоровье поглядеть. Эти Герс чем-то отравлен, у меня здоровье прям и тратилось. Сильно. Уединиться в этом сделано, смотрю, кстати. Вот моргает красный, но... Кстати, да, стамины нету. Точно, хорошо заметил, стамины-то нету. Ах.
Has a low where he does sand trap. So it's a 50-50. If they think you're going to do the low sand move, they duck. And if they get hit by that overhead,
мне кажется, им больше не дали информации по фаталитам, чтобы не спойлерить. Вот то, что нам показали, то, что... Может быть, им муфлист дали вот это вот, и фаталиги вот эти вот показанные. Чтоб лишнего никто ничего не видел. С бегом, да, но есть, видимо, вот только подскок-отскок, все.
G.A.R. basically made a crushing blow and a fatal blow comeback right there out of nowhere. They do massive damage.
Yeah, you can really see that. I guess as the opponent, you really got to pay attention.
Combos in general in this game are significantly shorter than they've been in the past, and they do less damage. And they kind of, that damage you would get by doing the cinematic moves.
Yo, did you see that combo this guy already has? What do we say? 2 hours of gameplay so far?
So one of the big things
Ковальня такая, песчаная. Пожалуйста. Захват от Скарлетт.
There's less moves that combo without using an amplified move, or there's less strings that pop you up. It's going to be more about doing big damage in big chunks.
Okay, here we go. Can you get in there in time now?
Так, это вот это горка, когда он, да, подхватывает вот так вот, получается. Ну смотри, он это нормально зонит-то. Ну, равно играет, да, равно. Да, я об этом говорю.
So she has a low that can pop you up, but she does not have an overhead.
Oh, he's really found a good tool.
Oh, good jump.
Probably looking for command grab. Didn't come. And Scar right back to the zone. And you can see, look, the frustration is still here. One of the things I really love about MK11 so far is that these characters that you've shown on this character select screen are very different. So you have the credible zoning coming out of Scarlet. From Garrus, you have really cool command grab mix-ups. He's got some other funky stuff as well, like we were talking about. Really good variations. Fatal blow. It's there.
Мне головной убор не нравится, как будто она из постапокалипсиса какого-то выбралась. Вот в девятке прикольно был. Так, прикидки у нее. Это фаталюга. О, другой фатальки, смотри, другая фаталька. Разрыв сердца. Мои. Вот, пожалуйста. А там другая была. Она высасывала кровь, потом она иглами прям втыкалась, короче, персонажа такой.
Looking pretty confident up there, and I'm really glad that G.A.R.R. went with the big body. You know, he in Injustice 2, as the game progressed, he moved away from Bane and the command grab characters he traditionally used. So I'm happy to see him back.
Yeah, I was very happy when I went back there that he immediately had picked Geras. It really seems good for him. And I'm very, very hyped to see Scar play Scarlet. One of the fun things about the development of this game, since we didn't reveal it, you know, earlier, was sitting there waiting. I can't wait to see some of these, you know, which pro player is going to play which this character. And I knew Scar was going to lose his mind because in MK9 he came in late and he was the best Scarlet in the world at one point. But
бруталку не знаю.
came out and he never really got the chance to
Покажут, не покажут.
top 8 or MLG top 8, even though he was very talented even back then.
У бруталок есть условия же. Сколько-то раз, допустим, там мечом рубануть, сколько-то раз чего-то там, или определенным каким-то ударом добить. То есть тут же это... Что такое было? Завис воздух. Нет, это он ее заморозил, да, получается? Хотя он ударить по ней не мог. Нет, наверное, это он ее заморозил. Так сказать, это отходной маневр.
Yeah, I really like the mind game of that. Having to think, even as the person using the tool, if you should use it now or you should save it for the next round, or what?
It's definitely one of my favorite things that we've added to the game. Oh, wow.
What's the condition on that?
The condition on that, I believe, is 2 counter hits with that move in a row.
Okay, I was going to ask what counter hits do, but I guess, do they help with that?
Counter hits are typically used in crushing blows, otherwise it just lets you know that you hit a counter hit, but a lot of them are tied to that.
Okay, yeah.
And that's the same when you see punish come up, that it was a guaranteed punish, and a lot of those are crushing blows.
Плевками крови происходит.
If that had hit as a counter, it would have got the crushing blow.
Got it. Look how long he holds it. Look, see that?
Это...
He's holding them like they're a small child.
Yeah, they are compared to that big boy.
Прием рестлинга такой.
And right back to a range where he can control things. He's got good buttons.
У Бэна, помню, что-то похожее есть из Injustice.
Okay, here it is.
Excellent use of the fatal blow.
He was about to
Или у
lose.
Кинга. Из Текена, не помню точно. Вот, тыш. Вот, пожалуйста, это у нас рентген был. Все, мы видим вот... рентген делается вот после вот этой после вот этого деления. Вот в этом участке, видимо, можно делать рентген. И, возможно, усмертелен. Может быть. Интересно, если рентген не хочу сделать. Потратить я, допустим, эту способность на что-то другое могу. Типа брейкера какого-нибудь там нужен. Пожалуйста. Герас опять победил. Точнее, у него 2 победы. У Гераса.
Now, we've only seen it come up a couple of times, but talk to me about how throws and throw techs work. Are they the same as in previous Mortal Kombat?
Throws are very reminiscent of MKX and MK9. You use the opposite button to break them. They have a forward and a back one. A lot of crushing blows are actually tied to throw, and the requirement will be if the opponent techs the wrong way, you get the crushing blow, and they do bigly damage. Like Scarlet has one, so her throw can do like 30% if you tech wrong.
Oh, sick, okay.
It's pretty awesome.
So as the defender, almost riskier to try to tech in some situations.
То есть, смотри, коса подбрасывает с выходом на комбо, у него вот это тоже. Песок с-под земли тоже на комбо выводит. Жонглирование.
uppercut crushing blow.
Wow, all right.
So it kind of works both ways, actually, of how risky throws can be.
Interesting.
Oh, he had gone for the interactable. You can still amplify interactables to get armor. It's one of the few ways that has armor in the game.
Okay.
However, normally an interactable takes 50% of your defense. If you
П.О.Д.Д.Е.Р.Ж.К.А
amplify it to get armor, it takes 50% of offense and defense.
Ну, Скарлетт, да, это... Если она сейчас выиграет, то будет еще один бой. Я не знаю, за кого болели. Мне просто интересно посмотреть.
Yes, one of the new mechanics is flawless block. It's if you block an attack at the last second within just a couple of frames, chip damage is significantly reduced and you actually break out earlier and it allows you to punish things or recover faster than you normally would.
Okay.
It's a very hard mechanic.
Он показывает там это. Два триггера помечено. Типа можно сделать. Все, Скарлетт попал. Вот. Поталка из демонстрации. Копьями. О, кровь-то другая, смотрите. Видите, у него вот это вот синий, как эта жидкость. Уже не кровь. Ну, в принципе, да, и у хищника тоже была зеленая. Все правильно.
However, if I have the timing, if I've mastered, if I have Sonic Fox-like reflexes,
I
can flawless block the teleport, and I can actually get a punish
антифриз. Антифриз в крови. Все, последний бой. Решающий у них. 2-2. Да кто же? Я даже не знаю.
Yeah, they're both mixing up their zoning well, and you pointed it out earlier, like they understand their block strings up close.
Okay,
there you go. So that was the up 3-1 where she doesn't really get significant damage or a knockdown. It's just more of a get off me tool.
And is that safe?
Хорошо поставленная Гераса.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sick.
Интересно, какая атака была. Это усиленное колени там было, что ли, с телепортом? Кровь. Краса. О, да, он заморозил. Я не успел заметить, урон проходил по Скарлетт, нет? Во время этой заморозки. Возможно, проходил, но вот он, как бы она просто заморозилась в каком тайминге. Урон бьется, но как такового, наверное, комбо сделать нельзя будет.
Now there is a wall run interactable here that G.E.R. could use, and G.E.R. has never done seen a wall run that he hasn't used. There you go.
Их ты, блин.
G.E.R. is definitely probably the interactable master in the
Как он с воздуха так.
Known to be one of those.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, armor. The tongue not connecting.
And that tongue is a really, really good move. It has really good recovery. That's my favorite of her zoning tools.
Looking good for Scar. We got Fatal Blow now for G.E.R. though.
Oh,
he tried.
The armor does not activate for a few frames.
Герс проиграл. А, это отскок от стены. Это отскок от стены простой.
Scar takes it. Well, that's a really good back and forth, and I love seeing the display of footsies from both. I like seeing the different offense, the different timings. Very cool. I'm really excited to find out more about, you know, how you trigger crushing blows. I think that's a super cool mechanic. That is something, along with the blocking option that you were talking about, that really requires knowing the game in depth.
Yes, crushing blows are definitely a lot of fun to learn the requirements and.
Надо было проигравших в одну сторону, а выигравших в другую. Проигравших в бочку. По-моему. Весело. Через 3 месяца будем сами гонять.
All right, well, something else you mentioned you'd really like to see is about to come up. It'll be Tweety versus Dragon. Let's go to the stage.
This one I can't be more excited for because you know the loser is going to their hotel room, turning out the lights and staring at the ceiling. Like these are too emotional, and they're going to deny it.
Ну, в этот раз на ПК ты должен запуститься по-нормальному.
Oh, this is an exhibition. I don't really care. I'm just here to
Я имею в виду без всяких багов с онлайном. То сколько было вообще трэша. С десяткой там его отремонтировали только через год, наверное. Вроде они уже научены этим, поэтому... Поэтому все должно быть. Держим пальцы, крестики. Что ПК-версия будет хорошая. Без лагов, без багов. Очки какие там ходят. Джекс прошел.
Playstyle-wise, I think for both of these players,
it's a great fit.
They both are so strong when it comes to patient play. They can really out-patient opponents. It's part of why I want to watch how this matchup goes, because they both have that ability. They're doing it with characters that they don't have very much time with.
Right. You're right that their playstyles are extremely similar. It's why I think they're so strong at Injustice. When it's interesting that they didn't really play at their peak because Dragon took a break as Tweedy ascended.
That's true. Well, let's go up to the stage and we will watch it very shortly.
Ну давайте. Четвертый будет, получается, у нас Sonic Fox там против кого-то. Это по билетикам. А кто вычтет такие билетики? Ну понятно. Розыгрыш наушников. Да, я хочу. Что это? Со скейтом что ли с каким-то пришел? Не понял. Чего это? Это кто громче кричит, что ли? Тот и получит наушники. 3, 2, 1, go! All right, folks. We still got 2 more matches for you. Introducing our first player from Indiana, Simplicity Tweedy. Ултарей бы хотя бы провели. Итак, у нас еще 4 боя, получается, будет. Ой, 5. Не, 4 боя еще. Правильно. Я бы точно поймал. He's already going to take a seat. He wants me to come to him for the interview. Hey, buddy. Что за мальчик? Hey, so it's been a little while since we've seen you at tournaments, you know, being a champion and all that. Ты откуда пришел, надо спрашивать? Кто такой? Чемпион Mortal Kombat? Чё, какого? Я высокий, высоко прыгаю. Руки просто вытянул вот так вот, да? A huge thank you to Ultra David and 16-Bit for some fantastic commentary. As these players are playing in these exhibition matches for the first time today, they've only had a couple hours with Mortal Kombat 11. We're going to give them a little bit of time to get set up here. I'm going to throw it over to the commentators. Вот так вот, а мы старперы играем, проигрываем вот таким вот мальчишкам.
So, I'm trying to ask you all the questions that I can
хотя в
try
десятку неплохо играет.
to get as much info out there as possible. But if anybody would like to know anything in particular, send a tweet to either of us, and we're happy to address as much as we can.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that.
Yep.
So, Tweedy is gotta be like everyone's favorite player in terms of hype, right?
Yep.
In terms of personality hype.
Personality hype.
Okay,
Personality,
maybe,
yep.
Here's what I like about Tweedy. This guy complained non-stop that he didn't get the Injustice 2.
Ну давайте.
And he told us that was the only reason he wasn't top the first year.
Okay.
And now it doesn't get any earlier than this.
He's right there.
Literally on stage.
Я, кстати, Twitch-стрим вот этот вот, когда закончился, я даже не выключал. Я практически ходил с наушниками и там музон слушал. Музон вообще вот такой прям ништяшный был. Я включал Шизам. Шизам вообще ничего не находил. Видимо, эта музыка только свежая. Она вот именно для игры написали. А, кроме рэпа. Там вот этот нашел минусовку нашел.
For sure, yeah, and he's made it
Так,
clear that he
Барака.
can back that up.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, there's no, in MKX and Injustice 2, the end of those games, there's no question he was one of the best in the
Школьник
world.
играет за Бараку,
And this is his first opportunity to
а дядя играет
be
за
top
Скарлетт.
early in a game's life, which is so important. There's
Блин, а чё за Сабзир
you
никто не
always want
играет,
to be
а?
good early on and not have that, oh, you know, I came in
Беда
late,
какая-то,
I'm
Сабзир
a,
хочется
as he would say,
посмотреть.
necro. So he is hungry.
Okay.
Now, on the other hand, we have Dragon. Unquestionably one of the best Injustice 2 players. The dude won EVO.
For sure.
But he took a break. And like it or not, I think Dragon's a great guy and an immensely talented player. If you step away, you step away. You have to hold that. And
That's
now
true.
he's back. So this is a high-pressure situation for both these guys. They have a lot to prove right now.
Now, both of these players have liked to zone in the past, and you might think it's strange to see
Зону
Baraka
пошел.
for somebody
Бараки.
like Tweety. But actually, that
Ну
fireball
да,
is
и
It's
legit.
a mid, and it recovers very fast.
бросает вот
Baraka,
эти вот искры.
you know, a lot of people have this idea that
И
he's the
лучниц
savage, that he doesn't know
кровавые
what's-
эти.
Like he doesn't know what's going
Пожалуйста.
on. Yeah. No, he understands zoning.
Опа,
He's
всё.
been in
Рентген
2D fighting
профукал.
games for 25 years now. And
That's
he
И
is
это
come
тоже.
prepared.
Ну, одинаково пока.
Oh,
Ух ты.
Wow.
that did hella.
Really
Хорошо по
did.
зубам дал.
Yeah, and because that enhanced move is just tied to the stamina bar, you can use that pretty
Кусок
regularly.
колена.
You don't need meter in a traditional sense for that.
Right, and you can just see there, he does two of them, and he's already built half a bar for another one. It's very, very strong.
Yeah.
Now, the nice thing about Scarlett's tongue, though, she actually gets the knockdown. So if
Right.
she can
Две
get the
эти
life
пусть
steal, she
сильные, да?
definitely has the zoning advantage.
Okay, trading it up, but you know
Так,
what? Tweety's
ага,
got more
вон
life.
как раз потратил, да, бара.
Oh, good jump in.
Yeah, read it.
Now they're finally up close, and oh, excellent throw tag. You can see
Достаточно
Baraka's
быстро
4-4
восстанавливается, я
there.
хочу сказать.
Big range. Oh, chop chop. Chop chop has never been punished ever in 30 years. Everyone just talks about how they punish it, then they
О,
don't
усилил,
actually.
бар,
You can
2.
enhance that
He
twice.
enhanced it twice for both bars.
Пожалуйста, рентген. Попался.
Now, Dragon just used a
Так,
spade of
Бараки
low,
тоже
even though
теперь
he might
рентген
lose this
доступен.
round. So
Смотри.
that could be an
Он
interesting
может
game.
поиграться,
Now, is
если поймать на
Tweety gonna
рентген,
wanna
к примеру.
use this to close this out, or just try
Да.
to beat Dragon?
If he can, well, doesn't even
He
need
doesn't
it.
even need it.
Вот, пожалуйста. Баска.
That is the grossest thing.
That's
If
Да.
you look closely, the skin
И себя
is
одеть.
wiggling.
Oh, all right.
Слушай, что у него там на руках это? Липучки такие, что
I
ли,
like how the
мощные.
brain's pulsating.
Yeah, it's still there.
Вырывается.
It's still moving.
It's alright, Dragon doesn't think when he
Ужас.
plays.
Черепной этой.
I think he heard me and just kind
Кости.
of front like,
Yeah, he doesn't need that
it's alright.
brain.
Yeah, I didn't either. It's fine. I just jumped.
So yeah, those fireballs out of Tweety, that really made a huge difference in the way that first game went.
Yeah, I mean, Tweety had the life lead pretty much the whole
Получается,
time. and
мальчик-то
Dragon-
выиграл.
Oh, and that's speaking of
Wow.
life lead.
Early, look at that damage.
Он же слева у нас.
I really like how much Tweety's been using throws, too. Throws are always great in MK games. And now, smart. Tweety immediately just goes for the zoning. And
Мне
Dragon's
хочется
gonna have a hard
заметить
time
в
because
защите, как там все это происходит. Бары сгорает.
Dragon smartly just going
Катится.
in now.
Я так и понял.
Overhead on the end of that.
Yep.
Fatal blow's already ready, and Tweety, yeah, spending twice.
Оба бара
He was
нету.
ready for
Very
it. Down two's
dominant
there.
from Tweety.
Опа. Ага, нифига себе.
I think this
Чуть не
is Tweety
сухую.
basically saying, you need to go back on your break, man. You need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Is Dragon going to put up with that, or is he going to wake up here?
Caught in the corner. Oh, he kept it going.
Попался.
Kept it going.
Ну, усиливай.
It never ended. Oh. All right, there we go. Dragon's going to get something going. Oh, nope. And now Tweety's going to go back to zoning Baraka.
Yeah, expected the jump perfectly. This is somebody who's been playing the fireball and anti-air game for a while.
I mean, and with his Starfire was just amazing.
Yeah.
That was her wheelhouse.
A little bit of harassment.
Офигеть
Big
вообще, да?
jump boots. And again, this is
Нормально
all
забил,
Tweety.
короче.
Dragon's in big trouble.
Yeah, you can see Dragon's having a really hard time dealing with that Blade Spark being a mid.
Yeah.
And this is
Эти какие-то карточки там, что
cheap
это
real
такое там?
fast, and now Dragon's going to have to adjust to that if it's just one more game.
Look, that's how it is when you have been playing the game for 2 hours and you
Right.
try to decide
Всё,
who's the best.
мальчишка победил.
It's not
Еще один бой.
long-term strats. It's what did I
Как
find
ужас,
that's wild
ХП не по
today?
процентам, а
And Dragon is very good at adapting, very good
тысяч
at... Dragon's
хп.
not
Ну да,
nervous
там,
right
там
now.
теперь
He's
вам
thinking,
показывается.
what the hell am I going to do
Yeah,
about
looking
this
for
fireball?
solutions on it,
Right.
yeah.
По этому, по числам. Причем, кстати, эта атака была, это не усиленная, ничего. А все равно вот это. Кинематографию вот так вот показывает на каких-то атаках. Сейчас защита кто-нибудь будет бары тратить? Я хочу увидеть, там в защите как это происходит.
Chainsaw interactable, you can use it from full screen and you throw it, or up close and it goes into a crushing blow.
Yeah, I really like this change from Dragon. There's a lot more pressure from him. Is that an overhead? The tongue?
The tongue is not. No, the tongue is a mid. However,
Карлет берет
it is
реванш.
very, very good on block. It's a great zoning tool.
Awesome hitbox on the spark as it went forward.
I really like Tweety going for the throw because Brock's gonna keep her full screen and now.
Не знаю, я пока не вижу. Хочу... Так, вот, подожди. Барака потратил, но он что-то бросил. Может быть, усиленный предмет он бросил? Интерактивный. Кстати, может, предметы интерактивные бросаются именно вот... Тратятся на это сами бары. Сейчас вот попробуем заметить. От прыжка с тени, допустим, интерактивный объект, все это тратится вот защитные бары. Возможно. Или интерактив. Может быть.
Yeah, I think Dragon definitely seemed to have focused on zoning with Scarlet and has been caught off guard by how good Baraka's zoning is.
Exactly, yeah. But okay.
There's the blood ball.
Ну, хорошая.
It does not. It's just a lot of hit advantage. Okay.
Решающий бой, ну как так-то? Опять их залагало. А, ребята, это трансляция Твича, вон сюда. А, во, врубилась. Отлично.
Something about the hand at the start of that thing. Oh my god, the hand part's the worst.
It's absolutely
ну что, Барак опять победит?
It just makes it so real that you're like, wait,
yeah.
Да. Нет? Ну давай, Скарлетт, давай реванш.
Wow, okay, K.A.N.A.L.A.
Dragon has fatal blow. We'll see if he wants to go for it.
Ну, хорош. Капец. Не добил. Усилиями ножницами не добил, короче. Ну давай, давай, посмотрим третий бой. Давай, 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 давай. Есть. Рестарт матч сразу. Не понял. Что там сделал? Какой еще рестарт матч? По привычке они же так обычно делают. А, да, вот, кстати, да. То есть в защите возможно броню, включение брони, да, все правильно. Решающий бой. Стоп, подождите. Вот видео уже 3. Что там 3 было? Увидели глюк? А нет, неправильно отметили сначала. 2-1, все правильно. У них там 3-0 было сверху. 2-1. Если Барак выиграет сейчас, или Скарлетт еще берет реванш 2 победами.
It's also great to end block screens. She's pushed back so far. Oh, it hits. That is actually an overhead.
Oh, it is. Wow. Ah, it's still in there. Oh my god.
То есть, смотрите, тут уже не нужно думать и оставлять полоски, допустим, на следующий бой, как это в десятке было. Допустим, можно было один бой, первый ты выиграл, второй, ну, так себе, там, лишь бы набрать полоску. И потом опять это усилится и пойти в атаку. Здесь в любом случае начинаешь с полными 4 полосками. К.А.Н.А.Л.А, все, уже в конце будет применим только. То есть полностью в равных условиях получается, все начинает. Нету такого у одного 2 или 3, у другого там 1 или нету вообще. С одной стороны баланс. Я больше смогу учить, если я буду до конца. Ладно, окей.
She can make it rain blood from the sky, and if she's standing in it, she gets a damage boost. There's all kind of variation moves you can choose from.
There you go. Oh, come on, man. Okay.
And Tweety's gonna take it. It was
Это он типа успел посмотреть, что ли?
It was, and like we were talking about, we did start to see some
Види
adaptations, but it
победил.
just wasn't enough. Okay, I think she's dead. Yeah.
Oh, she's definitely dead.
She's gone.
We have a mild pop-off from Tweety.
Что он сделал?
Yeah, like you were
Отключил
mentioning
контроллер, что ли?
before, you know, he and Dragon have had different paths. Dragon hasn't been playing quite as much in the last year. Tweety, the opposite. I mean, he's been grinding, and he did fantastically.
Контроллер пошел, включил. Психанул.
There's always a next day, and Dragon is a pro. He is back. That means he is all in. I expect him to do really well this year.
No doubt. I think for both of them, yeah.
Вы видели, насколько быстро он посмотрел мувсет вот этого фаталити, как сделать? Какие-то вообще доли секунды. Тык-тык-тык-тык-тык-тык. Вышел. Вообще. Маньяк.
Yeah, you're right. Her face was wriggling. I saw it.
Yeah, it's very, very gross. Every time I see it, it's kind of gross.
Yeah. That's everybody's reaction. That was definitely my reaction the first time I saw it.
Ну чё? Чемпион Mortal Kombat сейчас выйдет.
But very cool again to see that this character Baraka plays maybe in a way that many didn't expect. I didn't expect it. I thought, like you were saying, I thought he'd be more pressure heavy, and I guess maybe he has that variation, but this was not what we saw here.
Yeah, and you can make Sub-Zero very, very defensive if you want, or you can make
Да,
him
вот
like a mix-up.
кто-нибудь выберите Sub-Zero, пожалуйста.
Again, we talked about Geras having very radically different moves.
Sub-Zero вообще не показали. По-моему, даже на главной презентации Sub-Zero-то... А, его что-то там, его только пиздили там и все. Кто там еще-то?
Ooh, coming up next will be Rewind versus Sonic Fox. Look at those ages. Do you see those numbers down there?
I mean,
what happens if you add those numbers? Are we about at
Rewind.
16-bit Ultra David levels?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah,
Every time
we
I
are.
see these, like Rewind is
За
literally
Соню никто не играл.
That is true. That is true.
За Рейдена,
Let's
кстати,
go up to
никто не
Josh,
играл.
who's gonna have some words with the players.
За Соню, за Рейдена и за Sub-Zero.
Thank you, gentlemen. All right. It is time for our final pro exhibition match. Let's welcome our first player from Las Vegas, Noble Rewind.
Музончик прикольный, прям такой.
Rewind, we've seen your career explode these last few years with NetherRealm Games. Are you prepared to continue going up and up and up in Mortal Kombat 11?
Плейлист его хочу себе.
Number one, take a seat. Let's get ready to bring out your opponent. Ladies and gentlemen, from New York, the current reigning
Let's
champion
get
of
ready to
NetherRealm
Rambo!
titles, Echo Fox, Sonic Fox!
В костюме, блин. Капец вообще.
Sonic.
А почему это? А, ну Соник Лис, Соник Фокс. Просто Соник Ежика, а тот Соник Фокс.
Hell yeah, take a seat. Let's get started. Great to see you. And as always, folks, these two players will sit down, go through the button checks, and confirm they are good to go to maximize their potential with these characters. Back in MKX days with the Fatal 8, Sonic Fox wowed everybody. With Aaron Black, we've seen Rewind use a number of different characters throughout his career, but this could be anybody's game in our final pro exhibition match.
Чтобы не заразить никого.
As they go through the button checks. And as you'll notice on the menu, you have these intricate
операция. Блин, кто кого? О! Да ладно. Будет Sub-Zero, круто. Нет. А, смотрите, они атаки смотрят. То есть им не давали поиграть. О, наконец-то новые. Блин, прикольно вообще. Классно. Классно.
David, I have a scorching hot take.
Okay.
You heard it here first.
Okay.
Рейден.
And this may be bold, and I might get blown up for it, but I'm going to do it because I'm about hot takes.
Okay.
Кстати, я думал, экран вот как, значит, со той стороны это у нас. Как у них все правильно, а тут получается вообще наоборот. Имена-то.
Raw, I'm not saying length of time playing results, just raw talent. Look, give me a few more years. Give me a few more years, and I'll let you know the answer to that.
Соник Фокс за Соню. Ревань за Рейдена. Так, молнии пошли, телепорты. Бах, есть все это. Торпеда. Понял? Оп, оп.
They were the grand finals of the Injustice 2 Pro Series grand finals.
Now, Rewind playing Raiden is actually no surprise. That's who he played in MKX, and he wasn't as well known. He really blew up in Injustice 2, but
Зоник, бах, есть.
People displacer Raiden.
Yeah, and this character seems a little bit different. It seems maybe a little bit more like Zoning and Footsie's character.
I would definitely describe him as a Zoning or like Footsie character for sure.
This man is already pressing buttons between strings.
Есть.
For real, he just did that.
Это на камбульк, короче, совместил походу с рентгеном. Да ладно, прикольно. Нифига себе. Так, он бар, по-моему, да, защитный применял? Хрена себе.
Yeah, he uses his staff in a lot of normals, and his punches and kicks have really good. His back one too. Oh,
wow. Was that maybe a wrong throw tech? Is that why there was a crushing blow? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, got it correctly that time.
Now, Sonya is a good pick for Sonic Fox. She, unlike a lot of characters, she doesn't use a weapon, so her range is some of the shortest in this version of the game.
Вот Рейден 2 бара потратил защитных.
Really good mix-up. She has like a very long move list, and she has a lot of overhead and low mix-ups. They're all unsafe, but she makes you guess constantly. Like her back 1-2 there, the second hits an overhead, and then she has a low to complement it. So she's really much a
ну вот, получается, он это усиленный интерактив бросил, да, сейчас.
Mixing you up. It's a great character for him.
That definitely makes sense to me.
Unfortunately for Sonic, he's having a lot of trouble actually getting going because Raiden is so good in the mid-range.
Круто. Вот он фотолюга. Вот это круто, вот это мы еще не видели. Офигенно вообще. Классно. Вообще, прям.
But he has a lot of like Geras very wacky moves. He actually has a stance where he starts hovering in the air. We showed it to you, and he has like 4 different moves out of it.
Yeah.
He's got a move that's he actually puts his staff
into the ground,
and then he can do his lightning moves to bounce off of it. A lot of kind of trap or setup moves if he chooses to use those.
Now, at the end of the last round, when he was going for the chip-out kill, was there anything that Sonic could have done? Is there like a push block, or is there anything in that sense?
There's the flawless block where chip is dramatically reduced.
То есть он копье валялся, все, он уже там в сторонке, уже не поднять.
So it's very high skill survivability.
If you block one hit of a string and the next hit of the string, do you have to continue to input the?
You do not. You can hold block and you'll.
Не заметил, сразу 2 бара, короче, защитных там. Тюкал.
What if you block the first hit of a string regularly? Can you then do the special timing block for the second hit of it?
It depends on how big the gap is in the string. I can't remember off the top of my head what the
И нету чемпиона.
The nerds can look into that minutia later.
For sure.
But yeah, there will be scenarios where there's enough of a gap and you can flawless block the second hit and then punish it.
But not on a tight string.
Right.
Не знаю, за Sony я никогда не играл, но вот у Рейдена вот эти, ну, как, наверное, похожи все атаки-то. Я вот что в Injustice играл, что в десятке, все атаки как бы, ну, похоже, я примерно представляю то, что там одинаково, наверное. Вниз-вперед один, там вот этот захват, что-нибудь там, это назад-вперед 3, там вот этот полет. Вниз-вверх, это телепорт. Это рентгеном добил. А, нет, фаталь. Нет. Что-то Sony это... Смотрим, как ногой особо так-то это... И-то оп, под К.А.Н.А.Л.А. Пожалуйста.
Sonic's doing a really good job just kind of getting to mid-range then blocking. Oh, big jump in.
Слушай, я что-то не пойму, почему победа показывается у Sony Фокса. Победил же Рейден. Рейден же последнюю победу сделал, и что за бред вообще? Какие-то вообще глюки с этой трансляцией постоянные. Победил Rewind, получается. Это говорит о том, все куплено. Вот у Sony сейчас победа будет. Бах-бах. Круто. Талюга.
Now, since we've been seeing a lot of projectiles, talk to me how the flawless block works against projectiles.
Basically, it's exactly the same. If you block it, you know, at the last second, you're not going to take the chip damage. You're going to recover a lot faster. So you could definitely use that if you're really getting zoned out.
Да что за фигня-то? Почему? Почему две-то? Мы же все видели, что Рейден победил, он даже фатальти же сделал. Я не понимаю, в чем проблема.
Going back to the zoning game again, we've seen a lot of this coming out of Raiden.
You know, I just saw you asked for questions on
Twitter.
Someone asked, are there brutalities?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Okay.
I don't know. That's something I would ask players here. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I don't know the answer to that.
They were definitely a cool feature in MKX. I hope they're back.
Okay. Okay.
Может, я чуть не понимаю, почему так произошло.
Yeah, and Sonic Fox is definitely adjusted here after that first game. Oh, that mace is in play though. Let's see
the interactable mace.
And remember, you can amplify an interactable to get
Ну, мы же все видели, что выиграл первый бой Райден, он сделал фаталити. У него была единичка. Но почему-то потом на втором бою поменяли, Sony Fox единичку поставили. Sony Fox выиграл, сейчас у него две. Дичь какая-то вообще. Так, ладно, сейчас.
So you have an incentive to not try, I guess. Very cool. If you're not exact with your timing.
Oh, good anti-air with the uppercut.
Кстати, интерактивы-то не подсвечиваются, что ли, интерактивный объект, я смотрю.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of characters have great hitboxes on it. That was the beginning of Superman right there, which you can cancel actually.
Yes, you can actually delay the Superman. He kind of levitates, or you can cancel it. Now, you can't cancel it forever because it takes some of your stamina, but it's a pretty good fake out.
For sure, yeah. Rewind looking alright.
Sonic can steal this with Fatal Blow if he wants. Oh, no.
Кстати, ногу не показали в этот раз. Во время того удара. Нет, раунд, и, кстати, восполняется по ложке. Восполнение шло.
Oh, great tech. These guys are already teching each other's throws and playing patient in the mid-range.
Yeah, I really like watching Sonic just sort of move forward inexorably. It's not super fast each time, but you can see him consistently doing it.
What are these two friends going to do when they're not playing this game every day?
Полет. Один-два полет, наверное, так. Вот это тут хорошая реакция, когда вот на захват захватом. Давайте отвечать. Вот, заметьте, смотрите, поменяли. Какие-то, блин. Извиняюсь за выражение, какие-то долбоебы сидят, не могут. Постоянно трансляции глючат. Не знаю, кто победил там эти... О, бруталка, что ли? Нет, да... Слушайте, это бруталка. Вау, вообще. Нет, это рентген, наверное, был. Блин, прикольно, очень классно у Райдена выглядит все это.
Could he have survived chip instead of?
We'd have to look. I'm guessing he still would have died. I don't remember exactly how much he had.
So that doesn't avoid chip death.
It doesn't avoid it completely or chip death, but it does do significantly less.
Okay.
It really does matter. I just don't remember that. Like, I have to see that again.
Okay, sure.
Wow, they're both at even life. Very good use of Raiden's teleport, which I absolutely love the animation. The way he turns around into it is super cool.
Так, или Риван сейчас победает. Или Соник Фоксу нужно еще 2 победы. Подсечка, подкат. Опа. Смотри, подбросил сразу это. Подкат. Рейден хорошо применяет, кстати, вот, защитные бары. Способился.
Do you know if that's advantage, that big moving forward kind of red punch? I don't know about that.
I honestly don't remember.
Okay. Again, that slow. Oh, that's the anti-air I was talking about. Oh my God, the range on it is absurd.
The lightning bolt is the hitbox, so yeah, you can even hit jump back.
So
Raiden is so good on the ground, and he can really mess you up for trying to jump.
He seems really strong.
Yeah, I think Raiden. I think this is the strongest iteration in many games, in my opinion. He's great.
Cool.
I also really love personally how tall and huge he is.
Yeah, he's cool looking for sure.
Like, this is in the MK1 lore, it actually is mentioned that he was extremely tall, and I don't think we've ever really shown how big he is. He is a big god.
Норвок это тоже блочит, короче, Соня. О, реванш пошел.
Going down to the end.
I think this is exactly what we expected from these two players.
Yeah.
Whoever wins, they're definitely going to hug. There's definitely going to be a hug. There's just no doubt there's going to be a hug. And I think Sonic Fox actually has a cold, so he'll transfer that with the hug to Rewind. They could be sick together while tweeting about how sick and OD the game is.
Really strong harassment by Sonic Fox, but now into the corner.
А, вон подсвечивается, все, вижу. Подсветка идет. Пожалуйста, дым, ни хрена себе. Писала. Все, решающий раунд. Кто же сейчас выиграет? Ну, не знаю, я бы, наверное, хотел, чтобы Рейден победил. Мне Рейдена хочется больше видеть. Ну, Сони, не знаю, я за нее не играл. Такой. О, вот, пожалуйста, этот верхний полет. Офигеть. Почти в сухую. Ну-ка, давай, Рейден. Но это блочится и наказывается уже. Это понятно. Это рывок опасный. О, все, пошло. Прессинг. Еще и захват. Фига себе.
Sonic just inching his way in. Rewind doing a great job with the zoning.
Maybe a little panic on the teleport though.
Но, наверное, ждет телепорта. Тоже, наверное, не дурак. Зонинг.
Oh, wow, that was a precarious jump.
И вот это рывка.
All right, we're gonna end it with some brawling here.
Available's there. That was just enough life to get it too. Great situation right now in terms of that resource for Rewind.
That was a very risky break.
Yeah, he was certain though.
You know Rewind wants to hit that trigger because it will kill at this point probably.
He might not.
He might not get the opportunity.
There still is the breakout. I don't know that we've even talked about that.
Блин.
Didn't come out in time. It was just a few frames away from beat. Sonic Fox literally probably 3 frames or so from losing the sex of this.
Нет? Это когда сейчас это поцелуй там вот это.
Here's a hot take for you. We're going to see this in many grand finals to come.
Well, let's go back up to Josh, who has a word with Sonic Fox.
Well, that was one hell of a series, but we have a request from chat. They want to see one more match. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for Tweety. This will be our final pro exhibition. Tweety will be facing off against Sonic Fox. Any words before we start?
I'm gonna try to mob, but that mix looks kind of good, bro.
It's a good mix.
На Xbox играет. Не нравятся мне Xbox-ские джойстики. Хотя у меня есть Xbox, но джойстики я не люблю Xbox-ские.
We still got a little bit more left to go as we showcase Mortal Kombat 11. Tweety's going to get his lucky controller connected and jump into the button checks. Sonic Fox is going to check the mix up and get ready himself. Let's see, he's going to choose the same character and what Tweety is going to bring to the mix. Here we go back into the
смотри, но это, мне кажется, немного нечестно. Нужно было по-другому сделать. Тони Фокс сейчас разыгранный, а этот толстый-то не очень. И оно там остыл уже. Было бы правильно, наверное, другую парочку пока выпустить. Да вообще у них трансляция коряво идет, они вот цифры-то нормально не могут выставлять имена. То, что говорить об остальном. То сбой тут эти. Сколько уже? И сбой, по-моему, был трансляции. Mortal Kombat 1 спервощался Mortal Kombat 1. В натуре, кстати. Кто видел, тот понял, наверное, о чем я. Там, короче, вся трансляция в пиксели, короче, превращалась. Чего у меня там? Джойстик запотел. А за кого играл-то этот полный-то? Я бы хотел Саб-Зиро посмотреть. За Саб-Зиро никто не сыграл, кстати. Печально. Да помогите ему уже, он еле ходит.
They're definitely a lot more useful now. Like, it made me not want to use X-rays in the last game because like almost most of them were useless and the meter was more important. Like now that that system exists, it's like that's a big chunk of damage.
And do you think there's going to be a lot of strategy for players going in where they want to use the Fatal Blow in the first round or save it for the second round and trying to find out when is the best way to use it?
I think the best way to use the Fatal Blow is if it's going to secure you the game, especially if you're making a full life comeback.
Well, Sonic, thanks for your thoughts. We're going to give Tweety a couple more moments here. Let me kick it over to the commentators as we get this final matchup underway.
Josh said that we haven't seen Sub-Zero yet.
Yes.
I saw a little bit of Sub-Zero in the back, but talk to me about how he is. Is he much different?
Yeah, he almost is a weapons fighter in this game. He uses ice swords and ice axes in a ton of his normal attacks. He has great range, good mix-ups. He has a low that can combo, an overhead that can combo. The overhead is unsafe, but still very, very good.
I heard that he doesn't have a move that he often has had in the past that has figured quite prominently in his game plan.
Ice clone's gone.
There's no ice clone.
There is no ice clone. Somewhere on the East Coast,
yeah.
There is a certain player who has just died.
It's frustrating.
He actually does have a new move, though, that functions kind of similarly that you can check out. The people here will check out. He has an ice orb move that's very, very cool looking.
Right. It seems to have a similar idea. Maybe not the same function because you can attack under it, and you can jump over a little bit more easily.
And that's one of his custom variation moves. So if you want to make a defensive, heavily playstyle one, you can. Other than that move, I think he has a lot of zoning moves in this. He has
Барак и
multiple
Соня.
different projectiles he can use. He's very, very different. And I think he's very cool. I've always liked Sub-Zero, and I love playing him in this game.
I feel like I've rarely been interested in him, but I really like some of the changes in him. More of a projectile character. It's cool. So Tweety, of course, going back to the Baraka.
It makes a lot of sense.
Кстати, он Барака хорошо играл. Посмотрим.
Oh, that was because was she going for a throw?
She was going for either a jab or a throw.
Okay, so that's because that was an uppercut to beat a high attack.
Yep, you get the crushing blow. And usually with an uppercut, you just get a knockdown.
Ты там
off the
крысу
blow, you
какую-то
get a
съел,
full
что ли?
combo. So you know, I said earlier, the
Перекусил,
combos aren't
короче.
as extensive as they used to be. Using that crushing blow, you're actually going to get like 40, even up to 50% if you use the crushing blow.
Wow, okay.
But once per game, so you got to really make it count.
Tried to get the second one. I think maybe if he hadn't enhanced that, he might have been able to recover in time, but took the risk.
Соник берет реванш.
And so far we haven't seen a lot of zoning. They're just going
Зажал в
in.
углу
They're
его,
just going
короче.
in.
Yeah, even Tweety hasn't really been zoning.
Средний, нижний.
We'll see if I
This
can.
corner of the stage actually has
вот
two
это.
different interactables.
Oh, wake up forward roll. How about that? Okay, so as an escape, not just a defensive sort of moving backwards tool, but to get out of the
To
corner.
get out of the corner, right. Yeah, I think the
То есть
wake up roll
обманные
is very,
перекаты,
very
ну
strong.
такой же он это
As
ускорпленный
you were
есть.
saying before, that's invincible to hits, but can be grabbed.
It can be grabbed.
Я не знаю, в
And that
десятке у
includes
Сони есть
command
вот этот
grabs. Like
подкат.
Baraka's command grab actually beats it, and that is the
Я
crushing
просто
blow
мало
required.
с кем играл, кто играл с Соней, да и сам я никогда и не играл.
Yeah, these guys are like on each other like glue, like they're the opposite of zone.
По-моему, на гамке есть захват, насколько я знаю.
Getting a little juggle out of it.
Удавочка.
Sonic Fox mentioned he thought that. Okay.
That's it.
Wow. As an anti-air
Сразу,
juggle from
короче,
across the
есть.
screen, all that damage.
Так, Соник победил.
That is crazy. So much.
Did Sonic mention that crushing, or sorry, Fatal Blow doesn't have armor? That is
That's what he said.
incorrect.
Победа за
It's
Соником.
that the armor doesn't start up immediately.
Okay.
You have to wait a little bit. But he is right that they're very, very fast. The N2 attacks that lead to a Fatal Blow are very, very strong.
You can see it looks like Tweety's trying to find some ways to back up, get back, start the zoning again.
Right.
It's been hard for him.
Oh, good preemptive jump attack. That's Injustice fundamentals right there. And I love that Baraka has the classic MK2 drop kick.
Yeah.
That's exactly that Randy Orton, Bob Holly drop kick.
But jump attacks do work a little bit differently. For example, neutral jump punches don't launch in the way that they've done in the last couple of games.
Yes, they now are the same. Scorpion actually has a variation move he can equip that gives him the old school like volleyball bounce stick if he wants.
Бац-бац. Пошло
Oh, it
жонглирование.
didn't kill.
Yeah,
good
Sonic
block
knew
from
it. Sonic knew it.
Very good blocks from Sonic.
Рентген не получился. Ну, средний удар кулаком в живот получается. Рентген Бараки.
He's caught in the corner.
Tweety can actually wall run off that dirty mattress. Nope, he's not gonna have to.
На самом деле, когда ну, опытный игрок, то уже знать будет рентген, как делается. Хотя это с комбой можно же сочетать весь этот рентген. Подловить главное.
Okay, yep. Didn't expect the second hit. Oh, it's just the kick though, so no bigger combo out of it.
Now we see the zoning. Now Tweety's doing exactly what he wanted to do, and Sonic's going to be in a lot of trouble. So her range isn't the best, so she's going to have to either do her projectile back or kind of inch her way in.
Well, here we go.
She's got a knockdown.
Out of there.
Very smart.
Ну, пожалуйста, это интерактивный объект, и тратится 1 бар защитный. Зарезал ножницами, короче.
Well, you can keep it up. It's tricky.
It is. You see, everyone says, "Oh, chop chops, it's a bad. You just punish it. It's bad," and then no one does.
Нормально он вписал.
Oh wow, great scoop.
286 урона.
That Baraka back forward 2 move is so quick. It's punishable, but that scoop is very, very fast. That's kind of like his MK9 blade charge, but significantly better.
Man, that jump kick is really
Барак по классике прыгает двумя ногами вперед. Опрометчиво. 3 раза подряд делает одно и то же. Верхний атак. Тоже. Он был с чем-то хотя бы сочетать тогда.
Not that it matters, but Sonic's going to be up 2-0. Very close games, though. Tweety's holding his own.
Oh, yeah.
I think Tweety needs to call in air support and get Starfire.
Ну, это вталюху мы уже видели. Не один раз.
Even though that projectile is a mid, the way the Sonic Fox moves through it is so practiced seemingly. You know, it's like he's already had experience there.
What's scaring me right now is Sonic doesn't have his paws and he's still OD. Like, this isn't even his full form. He literally doesn't have his hands and he's still beating.
Решающий бой. Види, кстати, ни разу не выиграл. Хотя он ему показал хороший бой предыдущий.
And they're both going all in again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if anybody really knows what is advantaged or not.
Ну, вверх-вверх смотрел и подкат. Обманул.
Awesome to see Sonic.
That said, punish.
Yeah, already has figured out some, you know, some of her great close range moves, even with just this limited amount of time.
Yeah. Wow,
ну,
look at this. This is a clinic
Барак, не знаю, он не верхедами, не какими-то у него какие-то, не для жонглирования, какими-то атаками не пользуется. У него в основном он ножницы, кидает эти мечи. Вот. Ну там еще что-то тут. Крутилка у него. А колено вперед. Все какие-то средние атаки. Верхедов я не видел, и нижних атак особо таких вот. А у Соньки у него, смотри, у него всякие есть. И подбрасывание, и нижний прям этот вот подкат. Бац, все. А у Бараки все это средние одни вот эти вот атаки.
Very close.
Not quite, but still, if he finds the right hit, it's over. And he did, and Sonic Fox ends up taking it in a sweep.
Ну вот и все. Ну ладно уж. Опять одно и то же фатальти делать. Надоело уже смотреть.
I gotta tell you, I really enjoyed seeing the different styles that we saw among the characters. We saw that it was a slow, kind of patient offense, mixed up close from Sonya. We saw
подошел, выдернул, жестко ушел.
That's right. We saw some cool command grab mix-ups as well as some time freezing stuff.
Два боя осталось.
I'm really liking what the variety is shaping up to be.
Финале
There's only
Sony
two characters in there, but they're all quite different.
And yeah, and with the custom character thing, you can actually, again, like Geras, you can make him not a grappler and make him a combo zoning character. Or Scorpion actually has some debuffs and buffs, and Scorpion has a stance, a really cool, he sheaths the sword like a samurai, and then he has multiple moves out of it. So, and that leads to like 50-50s and stuff. There's all kind of stuff that we haven't even seen yet, because they were just using the default variation 1 here.
Yeah.
Everyone on the show floor, you're gonna, I mean, make sure you check out the streams that our content creators are doing, and look at the tweets and all that, because there's all kind of content in the game with the custom variation thing that we didn't even showcase.
That's true, and these variations that they were showing were kind of the more digestible variations, right? The weird stuff was not necessarily what we saw on screen, even though, again, there was a really good variety there. The weirder stuff is remaining to be seen.
О, ребят, я сейчас подойду. Я ничего не устанавливать не буду, естественно, смотрите, я сейчас подойду. Прям через 2 минуты вернусь.
He can have a bunch of. He actually has this really cool move where he shoots a bunch of ice darts, and it's like.
I did see that.
He has a big mid projectile where he waves his arms and shoots a giant full screen projectile. So you can use a zoning Sub-Zero. So if you are an old, washed up old guy and you have slow reactions and no footsies, you can make a zoning Sub-Zero.
Okay.
I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about anyone else.
I see. Yeah. And in that one, you don't have the ice, not clone, ice ball. I don't know what it's called.
Or you can make a pure offensive Sub-Zero if you want. It's pretty much up to you.
Yeah, I mean, and I had a chance to experiment with things a little bit, and I got to say, I really like how different each of the characters can feel. They can feel very, very, very different.
Yeah.
I spent most of my time with Geras, and even that character, you better believe it, I did not give up the command grab. All right, I was playing the command grab. But even with that, the other options he has, taking 30 seconds off the clock.
That's one of the trolliest things I've ever seen.
Adding 30 seconds to the clock. Rewinding himself back 4 seconds, including to how much life he had 4 seconds ago.
Yes, we saw a hint of that in his gameplay reveal trailer, so I can't wait to see the impressions coming out of the show of the people that use the rewind move, because it's pretty ingenious. Very, very cheap.
It's super cheap.
Imagine being a grappler where you can whiff your command grab, and as you're getting punished, go, nah, I'm good, and rewind time.
To be clear, are you saying that you can use it during hit stun? It's pretty cheap.
It's very, very cheap.
I love it. All right, well, I've had a really good time watching the players up here. I mean, already figuring so many things out so quickly.
And, this is just our preview. And what's awesome is all those guys as soon as Honeybee lost that first set, he was in the back playing more. You know it.
Definitely, absolutely right. All right, hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. That was very cool. Let's go back up to Josh, who's going to have a few more words to say.
Thank you, gentlemen. All right, well, that's going to do it for today's show. Before we wrap, we do want to show everybody at home what it's like to be here at the show floor. A big thank you to all of our players, our commentators, and our crew. A thank you to everyone who tuned in. You are the heart and soul of this community, and we love you dearly. And of course, thank you to NetherRealm for giving us a taste of Mortal Kombat 11 early here at MK Day 2019. For those of you watching at home, don't forget to pre-order your copy today. More information can be found at mortalkombat.com. I'm Joshua Gray. Good night and good game.
Что-то, что случилось-то? Там же еще будет 2 боя должно было быть. Аж 8 игроков было. Почему все закончилось? Там же еще по одному бою, вот каждого из 4, и уже финал. То есть из 4-ка-то. Из 1/4. Что-то я не понял, почему так произошло. Весело здесь у вас. Да, было весело. Были бои, было весело. Я только не понял, почему. Я вот буквально отошел на 2 минутки, вот они, бой закончился этого Тони Фокса с этим. Блин, забыл его. Еще должно было быть 2 боя. У них постоянно это, сегодня какие-то глюки с трансляшкой вообще постоянные. Че, не будет еще боев-то, походу, да? Походу все. Походу все. Разбегаются зрители, что ли, нет? У меня вот прибавляются, я вижу. Потому что это, видимо, с трансляции все это убежали уже. Твича. Ждем, когда будет через еще 3 месяца. Можно будет новый джойстик купить, кстати, наверное. Выдержит этот, не выдержит. Будем жарить. Я эти купил уже. Резинки. Ну, резинки поменяю. В десятке. Че, все походу? Все, больше не будет никакого боя. У них то неправильно не показывали цифры там эти победные, то трансляшка у них глючила. Ну все, в общем, выйдет 23 апреля. Да, все правильно, 23 апреля. Поздно уже. Пойдет охота. Да, друзья. Канал подписывайтесь. С 23 апреля будет много Mortal Kombat. Вот, если все понравилось, ставьте лайк, подписывайтесь на канал. Сейчас десятку я, наверное, не знаю, буду стримить, не буду вообще играть. Я уже на нее, по сути, наигрался уже. Хочется уже дождаться 11-го и прям засесть в 11-й гонять. Не знаю. Если только Injustice, может быть, поиграю. А так на канале у меня много... На самом деле, разный контингент. Лично я люблю Mortal Kombat, еще играю в ММО, там это Elder Scrolls Online. Немножечко разная аудитория. Ну, в любом случае, кому нравится, кому все понравилось, подписывайтесь. Все, у меня уже язык заплетается. Вот, да, друзья, всем спасибо, кто поприсутствовал, побыл, кто поставил лайк. С вами был Юджин. Всем спасибо, всем пока.